Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Alana Simone. So first of all, I wanted to welcome you guys in. I hope you're having an amazing day. So today we're going to be talking about don't allow others to put a cap on who God called you to be. I think this is so important because oftentimes I see people really desiring to do things in life. They really desire to do more. They really, maybe have goals, maybe have visions, for things that they want to do. But unfortunately, they share it with people, and because that person didn't have the vision, or that person didn't receive the plans or have that vision like you had, unfortunately, they may try to talk you out of it. They may try to discourage you. They may even try to give their opinion because they can't see it for themselves. So, of course they can't. If you can't see it for yourself, they can't see it for you. And so, unfortunately, what happens a lot of times is that people allow other people to put a cap on their life, and it's so unfortunate because God desires to birth so many different things through so many individuals. But if we allow the wrong person in our ear, if we allow the wrong influences in our life, we can get caps put on our life that didn't have to be there. And so today I just wanted to remind you that we don't have to allow that to happen. Anything that God has told you to do, go after it and do it. Anything that you want to do in life, go after and do it. So many people, they can't see it for themselves. So it's like they can't, we look for people for validation. We look to people to confirm things and to, make us feel like we can do things. But sometimes you got to learn how to walk on your own. You got to learn how to walk on your own, but you're not really on your own when you invite God on your walk with you. And so, yes, it may seem like you're walking alone, but when you have God on your side, you're never alone. And so that's one thing I've learned in my life. Anytime people try to talk me out of things or tell me that I shouldn't do that or tell me what I can't have, I don't receive anything they say, because why? If God tells me I can have something, then what does that mean? I can have it. He doesn't look at age. He doesn't look at, current circumstances. He doesn't look at things that man look at. He looks at the bigger picture. He looks at the heart, first of all, and he looks at and knows our potential. So it's like, why would I allow a person, a flawed person, to put a cap on my life and what God has called me to do and what he's instructed me to do and what he allows me to have in my life? It doesn't matter, if some, especially I respect and honor older people in my life, but sometimes they can get stuck in their ways and they can feel like it's their way or the highway. And, they can't, it's unfortunate that a lot of older people, they can't humble themselves enough to learn from somebody who may be younger than them, who may have more knowledge or wisdom. But because people look at age and people look at the outward appearance, they block themselves from being able to receive knowledge and wisdom from anybody that seems less than them. But how unfortunate is it to miss wisdom, miss new knowledge because of you're looking at an outward appearance, you're looking at the age of someone. But you don't know that God fills their mouth with wisdom and knowledge to be able to help, make change and to be able to really help people to have different perspectives and a perspective to start winning in life. That's one thing that I love about God, is that he doesn't look at the age. He doesn't look at outward appearance. He doesn't look at none of that. He looks at the heart, and he looks and knows that we are far, we have so much to accomplish, and we can achieve so much, but it's up to us to want to go after it. Don't ever allow anybody to put a cap on you and your life because they decide to do that for themselves, or they feel like they can tell you something because they look down at you. But it doesn't matter. God says, do not despise thy youth, and so if he says don't despise the youth, and he says don't despise people, just in general, then what does that mean? You shouldn't do that, because why? You can miss out on great opportunities, learning from people, and being able to receive things that could help you in life. But everybody has to learn in their own time, in their own way. Unfortunately, some people will never learn, and that's unfortunate for them, but we should always be open to learning. We should always be open to growing. We should always be open to be inspired and uplifted and receive knowledge from people that, have success in their life, that have things going for themselves, and that are really going after doing things. I think in one of my videos I said, like, you should listen to people who have fruit in their life and evidence that God is with them and that God is for them. One thing about my life is I have evidence in my life. I have like receipts in my life. I have fruit in my life that, when you look at my life, that God is with me. I am 22 years old and have accomplished so much at my young age. And I can't give credit to myself. I give credit to God, because why? He's the one who helps me. He's the one who allows me to live a life with no cap and with no restrictions and with no holdbacks. Like, he doesn't make me he doesn't like cause me to be in a box. He doesn't cause me to be trapped and can only go so far and only do so much. No, he allows me to be free. He allows me to be who I am and all of who he has created me to be. And so oftentimes I think people put God in a box. They put God in a box, and then they put themselves in a box, because they feel like if God's in a box, then they have to be in a box, and that's why they don't go after anything in life, or that's why they, there's only limits to what they'll do in life, because they put God in a box, then they put themselves in a box. So it's like, we both in a box, and if you in a box, what does that mean? You trapped. You can't be free. You can't, accomplish a lot of things, because you only can go so far. There's not enough room. But when you're outside of the box, when you're free with God, when you're free with yourself, there is no limits to what you can do. And so that's one thing that I love. I know that God is so much more than what people make him, describe him to be like. And I don't never put God in a box, because I know that he is a God that is outside of a box. He is a God that is just so, like, unbelievably great and amazing that I can't even really put into words, but it's just amazing. And I know that he's created me in his image, and so therefore I can be just like him, outside of a box, free, and being able to go after things and be able to accomplish things and have things that I desire in this life. Doesn't matter how old I am. It doesn't matter what people, think that how they think my life should go, or because, they went through college and they did all this stuff. They did everything right, what the world told them to do, and got them so far. And I went against what the world told me to do, and I gotten this far, and I went with what God told me to do, and I've gotten this far in, a short time. That's just the thing that happened, because I didn't put limits on myself, and I didn't allow the world to put limits on myself, and I didn't allow people to put limits on myself. And I just say this in the most humbling way, because I want people to understand that you don't have to allow people to put caps on you. You don't have to allow the world to put a cap on you. You don't have to allow your parents to put a cap on you. You don't have to allow your friends to put a cap on you. Be free and be all of who God has called you to be. Because why? He desires that for you. And when you can be free in who you are, and you can be free in him, you can achieve and accomplish so much more than you could ever imagine, because there's no restrictions, there's no cap, there's nobody telling you what you can and cannot do. Like, it's you just living your life, first of all, in obedience to him, and he just helps you with the rest. And so that's what I recognize for me. Like, oftentimes people, want to do things, figure it out their own way, but I know with God and being obedient to him and what he's instructed, us to do, that's what's got me the most success. And that's why I'm so grateful. And that's why I'm so blessed, because I know how important it is to obey God and adhere to his word and not take it for granted, and not, just take him as a joke, because he's not a joke. and he's the real deal, and he really wants to help us in life. So all this to say, don't allow anybody to put a cap on you. Be free in who you are. Be free in God and in your relationship with him. And just know that there's so much more that you can do. There's so much that you can accomplish. And like for me, one thing I love is like, when I accomplish things, I know that if I could do one thing, I could do so much more things. It doesn't matter how old I am. It doesn't matter what people tell me. You know, I can do, sky is the limit. Go after what you want. Go after your dreams. Go after your visions. It doesn't matter. Don't start when you're 30. Don't start when you're 40. I mean, if you're 30, 40, still start, because you want to, at any age, there's no like, I never like allow yourself to live in like a sense of regret, especially when you're older, because why? As long as you're alive, you have life to live. So don't take it for granted. Don't waste it, but do something with it. Like, do something with your life, whatever that is. And I guarantee you just will blow your mind and blow the other people's mind around you, because you went after a goal. You accomplished things. And because why? You remove the caps that people put on your life. You remove the words that people try to discourage you with. And you went out and you followed God and went after what you wanted and the things that he has called you to do. So you guys, be encouraged today. Know that you don't have to live with caps on your life. You don't have to live in a box. You can be free. And with God, you can be free with yourself, and you can accomplish big things in this life. So you guys, I thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.